Hello and welcome to the second episode of Nickwit. I'm your host, Nick. Last week we talked about Christmas, and our host was Bad Audio Video Nick.
You know, you can just call me Nick. You don't have to go through all that.
Sorry. I do value your opinion, and I appreciate what you did on the show last week.
Oh, is that why you put me in the corner?
Our topic this week is the college football playoff system, and this is a totally unbiased report. There are 4 teams that made the college football playoff: Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Alabama. You know, Alabama, the home state of Roy Moore. As a matter of fact, let's give a shout out to Roy Moore right now. I know Roy Moore was a pedophile who dated 14-year-olds, but at least he says Merry Christmas and not, do I have permission to grope your daughter? Forgot to make a sign. Shit. For those of you unsure of how the college playoff system works, a committee of 13 people select 4 teams based on strength of schedule, conference championships, team records, and head-to-head results. Unless you're Alabama, then you can get in without accomplishing any of those. Now, since the college football playoff inception in 2014, Alabama has made 4 appearances. They've won 3 playoff games, including a national championship. Now, the circumstances in which they've gotten into the playoffs this season is stupid. And I mean Alabama fans stupid. And if you don't believe me, watch this.
I'm a lifelong Republican, and this is the first time in my entire life that I haven't voted for the Republican candidate. I have wrote in Nick Saban instead.
So how did Alabama get into the playoffs this year? They didn't win the conference championship. They didn't have a strong strength of schedule. They didn't win head-to-head matchups. But they were picked over teams like Auburn, UCF, and dare I say, Ohio State? So why did Alabama get in, but not these other teams? My answer is money.
Some of these colleges have $16 million scoreboards, just like the cat that gets Botox or the gold-plated aquarium. They've got smoothie bars. They've got, it's ridiculous now. These college football programs, the big ones, they don't even know what to do with the money. They're giving Botox to their cats. They don't even know what to, arcade centers, $25 million on a scoreboard. They don't know what to do with them.
So UCF goes undefeated. Ohio State wins their conference championship. Alabama doesn't even make their conference championship, and Auburn loses to number 3 Georgia. Why is Alabama even in the picture? Here's Kyle Brandt and Peter Schrager of Good Morning Football to help us break it down.
To make poo! It's about shit. They just say shit like shit. Constipation, diarrhea, the usual suspects. My work isn't about the shock value of shit. The mouth and the arse, that's life. So if shit's not relevant, what is?
It doesn't smell like poo. Well, not mine anyway.
I've seen all kinds of shit from all kinds of people, but I still think mine are the most aesthetically pleasing shits I've ever seen.
At Good Morning Football, I'd rather give my cat Botox right in his asshole than watch your show one more minute. His sphincter may be swollen and on the verge of rupturing from chronic constipation, but it's a hell of a lot better than the shit you spew every morning. Peace and love, heart, heart, heart. That was a pretty good show. What do you think?